Hey everybody, we are actually
Well, I've been sitting here on this dock by the bay, watching my blue skies turn to gray. Didn't know if I should run or stay, so I pulled up Mike's weather page, 'cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Well, I admit that I had one or a few, 'cause I was down and I was feeling blue. But then I clicked on Mike's fan page. I saw all my friends now, I'm okay. It's Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. We all know Mike's a real fun guy. He'll track the storms as they blow by. But when the drunk donkey comes out to play, Miss Julie, take his phone away, 'cause Mike's weather page, you know it's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away.
Not sure what the gusts are, but
well, there's Louie and Hunter too. No telling what they're gonna do.
I think we're just
know it's got more than a million fans. Yeah, 'cause now Mike's weather page, you know it's got the
trying to keep the camera from getting away.
Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Mike's weather page, you know it's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away.
Yeah. There's my truck. Look at the headlight. I love that. Holy cow. That was one of my 7 adventures into storms. Soon to be hail damaged. I have this weird desire to get some dents on the old truck. I want to be like Reed. Big hail, man, yesterday. Holy cow. We're going to talk about that. So good morning, everybody. It's Daily Brew. What's cooking? I figured I'd show Hunter. Hunter was so sweet today. He came crawling up on my lap. And so he'll be the chosen dog today. He's doing a lot better. His skin's looking a little better. It's going to take some time, but everybody's asking about him. He's doing pretty good. Got some weird skin thing going on, but he's doing better. So thanks for asking. Louie's over there sleeping. All right, so our Daily Brew here, guys and gals. We love talking weather with everybody. This is what we do. Soon to be every day of the week, Monday through Friday, that is. It's brought to you by our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits right here in great state of FLA. We love Florida. I bet you there's going to be some loud rooftop tin roof banging at ABC's across the state today. We got hail chances across a big part of the Florida Peninsula, man. Rare, very rare to get this large of an outlook for hail. Yesterday, holy moly, man. Claremont, I seen it on radar. I almost did a U-turn on Interstate 4, but I had to get home to watch the Rays lose. But, man, Claremont, places around Orlando and Kissimmee, just incredible damage. Stuff you don't see here in Florida very often. But definitely got chances today. We're going to talk about it here in a little bit. Here's the latest graphic, by the way. I'll leave that up. I don't recall ever seeing a red 30% probability for hail in Florida. Very rare to see a hatched area. Yesterday was not a hatched area. Yesterday was yellow, but this hatch means we could see 2 inches plus across a huge part of the peninsula. You know, just Monday we were saying this is hail season. It's weird. Florida has seasons, and this is hail season for Florida. And we'll get into all that here in a little bit. So, what is up, Mr. Harold out of Midwest? Loretta Reed, good morning. Loretta says, good morning, Hunter. Tom Bathel, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we need rain bad. Chris says, we see the storms in Orlando from Oldsmar. They were very tall cloud tops. Tabletop Greek, good morning. Got some storms shaping up for you, buddy. We'll get into that. Definitely Sunday night into Monday. Cajun Fox from Louisiana. You guys got storms brewing tomorrow in Louisiana. Our next system's getting set to get going tomorrow. Good morning to Mr. Scott. Mimi, yes, he does snore. Morning for Belize, Marcia. Hey, how about that? Keisha, how's it going? Brevard, we love everybody. Oh, God, you got a new car. You're stressed, Sabrina. I know. Well, you know what? Radar's your friend. Just get a good, I recommend, I'm not paid by them. I paid just like everybody else, but I love Radar Scope. You can see the supercells. What you're looking for is those bright pinks and whites, and that's usually indicative of hail. Purple, pink is bad, so you can drive away, take off, dodge supercells. Man, El Garage said he had 700 pounds of sand. I know, Kerry Adams. No rain today. Jeannie, what's up? I was thinking of you, Jeannie. My cousin lives in Claremont. We were wondering about that hail. Hail. So the middle levels of the atmosphere is cool. We got a big old surge of cold air from Texas, from the jet stream, and it doesn't take much. So this time of year we get thunderstorms brewing, and when they rise, they use the heat that's around them, and as they rise, the hail enters that cold air above, and we have the conditions. Typically in the summertime, the cold air aloft isn't as cold as it is now, so we don't get the hail chances as much. It would take a storm way up in the upper atmosphere to get hail. But the cold air is lower than normal this time of year, and our thunderstorms are starting to brew because it's so hot outside. So, all right, buddy, we'll say goodbye. I love you so much. You're such a good boy. So, yeah, it's fascinating to me. Very fascinating to me, for sure. Hail is usually not something we talk about in Florida. And we got back-to-back systems coming. We got more stuff coming tomorrow for the upper Gulf Coast. We have another storm brewing in Texas tomorrow. That's going to end up, man, we got like 3 days. I showed this on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, later weekend. So it's incredible. Incredible. All right, real quick, 2 things. So we talk about this a lot. We have a roofing company. Done Right Roofing is a new sponsor. Hail season. They're big in Hillsborough, Pinellas Pasco. We haven't had a lot of hail over here, but Hillsborough County, you might have some hail today. So think about Done Right. They specialize in hail damage. Also, our buddy Frank and crew at Coastal Claims, they're posting a lot on social media. They protect everybody here in Florida a lot and do a lot of great things for customers. So if you need some sort of help with insurance, give old Frank a call there. They've taken care of a lot of our Mike's Weather Page fans when you need help, especially if you got roof. Man, I've seen fences damaged. I've seen pool cage enclosures completely destroyed yesterday. I mean, it's just unprecedented what we're seeing here in Florida. That's for sure. Real quick though, let's talk about 2 things. Let's get into what's coming, and then we're going to talk about today. So here's today. Obviously, we got storms in Texas again. Now, there's really not a huge tornado chance today across Florida. I mean, there is 2%, mainly wind, definitely hail. We have a bigger tornado risk in Texas today. There's a hatched area. That's a little more conditions for that for today. Now, tomorrow, we have this next system in Texas going to be making its way across the upper Gulf Coast. Yellow, storms tomorrow. Louisiana all the way to the Florida Panhandle tomorrow. We're going to get into the timing on that. We can see some tornado chances right here. Brown, 5%. Typically, when you see a brown 5% tornado chances, you're going to get a tornado watch, and that's Louisiana to the tip of the Florida Panhandle. That's tomorrow. Now, this area moves in eastward for Friday, or this is, Friday. Today's Wednesday. That's right, Friday. So Friday storms are brewing for the southeast, we talked about this is that second surge for the southeast and the east coast. And then we have our next system. Now, the one that's interesting about this one, I'm going to get into later. We have a pretty good setup of a low pressure system that's going to dip and really bring some storms with it later, beginning Sunday. But for sure, we could have some big storms across the southeast, upper Gulf, and the east coast later Sunday into Monday. That's system number 3. So what is going on with all this weather, right? Crazy. All right, so let's look at today. Let's look at some future modeling today. So, and by the way, so we updated some things. One, the water temperature heat potential map, I went ahead and linked it to the actual site. And if you go to it, we are already seeing water way above normal in the Atlantic and Caribbean. Just put it out there. But the waters are warming up quicker than normal. I also added some great links from Levi's site, sea surface tip anomaly, and a 7-day departure anomaly, which is great. If you click on that, it goes to Levi's site, and you can do more changing regions and seeing more sea surface temperatures and stuff. So I've had a lot of boaters ask for more of this kind of stuff. So I added that to the site. I think that was it, Shelly. I did add one more, Shelly. Shelly loves it when I add new links. So down here is the current sun and moon map, which I didn't edit very good. I have a moon link now. When you click on the moon link, it goes to the current moon phase. And the reason I was doing this is because I'm really curious about Sunday. We got storms blowing in off the Gulf of Mexico about 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock p.m., and we could see some flooding possibly in Tampa Bay if everything lines up right. So I was curious where the moon cycle was. But high tides around 10 o'clock at night on Sunday. Could be some coastal issues we're going to talk about. So we'll get into that later. So let's drink some coffee and slow down a little bit. I try to talk an hour, not all one run-on sentence. Hey, Richard Reamer, thanks for watching. Yeah, I did storm chase yesterday. Really excited about the new, I got the weather station data, the temperature and pressure. The most craziest thing, NASCAR Dale, yesterday was, I was storm chasing. Temperature was around 84 degrees outside of Lakeland, and it dropped down literally to about 66 degrees. I mean, almost a 20-degree temperature drop from that supercell. Pressure dropped from about 1015 down to 1008, 1009 in that same supercell. So that was really cool to see the weather data from my station while I was storm chasing. So that was new. And also added radar now with a pinpoint where I'm at. So when we're storm chasing now, you'll be able to see where we're at on a map and see the storms around me. So that was pretty cool. We don't know what today is going to be because Emily's got softball. So I don't know. I'm trying to work a deal with Julie to where she could drive separate. It's down in St. Petersburg. And I'm like, maybe we could drive separate. But the weird thing about this, all right, so yesterday, so the weird thing about today, let me go back up here. SPC Detailed. This is the most secret link on the site. SPC Detailed. We love this site. SPC Detailed, you can click on regions, states. If you want to just specify a region, you could do that and you get better breakdowns. If you want to go by the state, you can click the state. But what's interesting here to me is this. So obviously sea breeze line eastward today. We still got dark green along the coastal areas on the west coast of Florida. And what's interesting to me is that none of the radar, we're not really showing storm potential along the Florida west coast. Now last night, it looked like we were going to see a little bit of wind shift because we have this system out here brewing. It looked like we were going to have a little bit of wind shift, allowing maybe some of these storms to work west. But I don't know if we're going to see that or not. So we're still dark green, but I think most of it's going to end up staying sea breeze eastward for the storm stuff tonight. Latest radar, let's just simply put it out there. Here's what we can see. And another thing about today, it looks like things are going to brew a little bit later in the afternoon, giving it more time for daytime heating. The storms are going to have more chance to, So we had storms yesterday. So there's a little moisture in the air, on the ground, and we're gonna have daytime heating today. And we got this energy coming over from the Texas and Gulf that's gonna bring in this cooler air. But really, 1 o'clock. This is the HRRR. Maybe a cell in Orlando. But the point of this is that we're not really seeing anything really get going big wise until this is 5 o'clock today. And then we really get it going. There's the sea breeze. This is like 6 o'clock. So it could be later in the afternoon. And there you go. There's your eruption here across the central western parts of the peninsula. This is 7 o'clock tonight. So, I don't know, man. West coast of Florida, I just don't see it yet. I mean, unless these things drift over later, but it just looks like it's more of a central Florida, eastern Florida chance again today. So, Claremont was the big story yesterday. They had the biggest stuff outside of, that same cell went through the storms yesterday were kind of tracking southeast a little bit. So that cluster that was in Claremont brought a lot of damage with it as it went southeast. So that's that. We'll see. What the heck, supercell composite maps not really showing the Florida West Coast. So I'm gonna, every radar update that we see, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. But so far, it looks like the Florida West Coast is going to be spared again of any rain, and we need the rain like really bad. Bad. Maximum radar just shows you the accumulations of rain today, and there you go. I mean, that's pretty much everything that might fall today. So that's, we'll see about that. So that, but man, like I said, your friend is radar. So I buy a radar scope. And, you ping your location on there, and you can pretty much kind of know if it's coming for you or not. I mean, that one in Claremont yesterday stood out like a sore thumb. But I'm going to watch it. They say afternoon. SPC talking about this afternoon. Mainly afternoon to early evening thunderstorms. So, afternoon to me is 3, 4, 5 o'clock. So we'll just keep an eye on it. But again, tornado chances are low. It's mainly going to be these thunderstorms and of course hail. They're saying 2 to 3 inches in diameter, and multiple storms. Very rare. Talk about their Cape 25, 30, 3,000. What was that, joules or something like that they call them? But yeah, even the Cape's high here. So there's some of your Cape values rolling in tonight. That's a lot of Cape across the state. A lot of energy. Usually over land, you don't get that much Cape. That's your, and the reason they probably keeping green across the Florida coastline is because of the Cape values. You never know. You get a random shower. Table Talk Greek. Be patient, buddy. We're gonna head that way, Jonathan. You too. I know. I hate to just focus on Florida, but they're all the weather right now. We're gonna get going on the Upper Gulf next, and then we're gonna talk about what's coming. Northeast Florida today, not as bad as the rest of the state, surely, but you got storms coming Friday, and definitely this weekend, later Sunday. So yeah, everybody get their weather station yet? Man, I'm absolutely in love with this thing, man. 10% off, but it's a Tempest. Coolest thing on the planet. I just absolutely love it. So click that link. The Tempest map's the best. But anyway, all right. So let's look at long range. Let's just go to the Windy app. So I'm really, really intrigued by this multiple storm event that we got going on. And like I said, we got a low pressure area dipping down late Saturday night, Sunday morning across the Upper Gulf, and that's going to be interesting. All right, so let's go to tomorrow. Here's our next surge of line, little frontal line. There you go. This is tomorrow, Thursday, 2 p.m. Remember, so we're under yellow tomorrow. We're going to have a tornado chance tomorrow. It looks like tomorrow tornado chances are going to be here. Obviously, A lot of that's incoming off of the Gulf of Mexico, water spouts. This is tomorrow. Storms, upper Gulf, 2 p.m. This is going to make its way to Florida tomorrow night. We talk about Mother Nature being sneaky. I know Florida West Coast isn't getting much, but the rest of the state is. Mother Nature has a weird way of evening things out. So here's overnight Thursday into Friday. And here we got storms Friday morning. This is from that system that's going to be across the upper Gulf on tomorrow. Here's tomorrow morning, Charleston. Storms when you wake up Friday. Nope. God darn it, I'm a day ahead of myself. Let me just erase everything. I thought this was today. We're talking about tomorrow. This is tomorrow, which is Thursday, obviously. And then we get to Friday morning. For some reason, I think it's Thursday. Friday morning, Charleston and Savannah and Brunswick, all those little areas, Myrtle Beach, storms. There's our low pressure to the north. So Friday morning storms, and it's going to skirt the old coastline, and we could see some storms throughout the day, 2 p.m. on Friday. And there's that energy hanging around. So, multiple rounds of storms for the southeast, east coast, upper Gulf. This is Friday, 6 p.m. Rain chances are up across the southeast of Florida. But here's the curious thing that's going to happen. This is going to kind of get pushed out. This is Saturday or Friday night into Saturday morning, early. This is wake up Saturday morning. Here's that next system, though. Look at this low pressure that's being left behind. A lot of that's energy from this whole system. But here's the low pressure on Sunday. Now, this is what I'm really curious about. This is throughout the day on Saturday, we got a system kind of brewing out here. And here's Sunday morning. Low pressure, upper Gulf, Sunday morning. And the low pressure here really looks impressive. 1,002 millibars. Storms are already developing here Sunday. This thing's going to pull out of here northeast, but I teased this 2 days ago. But the counterclockwise flow of this low pressure area, this is Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. We're going to see a lot of winds incoming again from the Gulf of Mexico, especially the Florida West Coast Sunday night. And then look at this. Sunday overnight hours, storms. This is 998 pressure. Anytime you get dropping pressure below 1,000 millibar, you get big winds and storms. This is Monday, 1 a.m. And then we can see that. Look at that, 995 pressure on the East Coast. Right smack dab over Carolina, the East Coast there. This is Monday morning. I mean, we've been all over this. It's been consistent. 994 pressure over land. Typically means a lot of wind and a lot of storms. This is Monday morning. The GFS is all over it too. A little bit of different placement or timing, but the same general thinking with the GFS. This is Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, 996 pressure. So the same general thinking. And what's really curious to me is we go to the wind map here. So this is Sunday at 10 a.m. with the GFS. These are some pretty big gusts coming in off of the Gulf as this thing counterclockwise flows. So heavy wind across the Florida Peninsula. Sunday morning, the Euro a little later, but same thinking. This is overnight, later Sunday night. But look at these winds coming into the Tampa Bay area. We could have some pretty big gusts, 30, 40 mile an hour gusts coming in off the Gulf. So definitely keep an eye on that. GFS is a little earlier throughout the day. This is the GFS. This is Sunday noon on Sunday. But the important thing to note is we got two systems or two models basically doing the same thing for Sunday into Monday. And then we switch our focus up here to the East Coast. And look at this, man. We could have some pretty big, hefty winds touching parts of the coastline here Monday morning, overnight, Sunday night. So ugly mess here across the beaches. This is late Sunday night, Monday morning. And, very curious. Then our low moves off and all this action heads up towards the East Coast here. What it could look like as far as rainfall goes, we'll go to tropical tidbits here. And it really is impressive. Here's round number 1. This is Thursday. Today's round 1. This is round 2. Thursday. Here's these storms. They're going to be making their way across into Friday. And then here's their next low pressure blob. This is Saturday. BOGO days of storms. Look at this Saturday night. Look at that. Big old low pressure blob of rain Saturday night. So unfortunately, weekend's going to be really iffy across the upper Gulf Coast. And then it really gets going here by Sunday morning. 997 pressure. So windy day for the Florida southeast panhandle here. Northward, this is Sunday morning. And there it is, man. Just bad weather, man. Sunday night as it moves on out of here. But the front line does get through. And then we have a little quiet spell. Thank goodness, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we got high pressure builds in. There's a big old H. So multiple rounds. That's the GFS. Here's the latest Euro. Same thing. Let's show you tomorrow. There's your storms tomorrow. Going to work their way across southeast and the east coast. And then here comes Friday into Saturday. Here's our big low Saturday. And kind of just sloppy into Sunday morning. So 1,002 millibar. Big old rain Sunday across the peninsula. All this goes up the east coast Sunday night into Monday. So lots of weather, man. 993 pressure Monday morning across the Carolinas. Very impressive dip in the old jet stream there. Very impressive. Icon, taking a look at the 00Z. Let's look at tomorrow. There's your big blob tomorrow across the upper Gulf. Works its way into Florida tomorrow night. And maybe the East Coast in this Friday morning. And then our low pressure sets up. Boom! Saturday. Later Saturday. Sunday morning. And there it goes into Monday. Man, crazy weather. Crazy weather. Tropical maps. Let's see if there's any sneaky little Euro thinking we could have something tropical, even though we won't. Because it's not enough time, but I bet you we get a little color in the Gulf. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's a little color in the Gulf. This is Saturday. There it is. Tropical depression, 5%. But still, it's something. It's just telling you tropics are waking up a little bit. There's that low, coming across. These are tropical depression probability maps. Not going to happen. Never say never. Probably won't happen. But there's a lot of wind shear and stuff. But crazy, man. There's lots of weather to talk about. We got multiple rounds of energy coming in. And then we got a break. Ryan Anderson, good morning, buddy. How you doing, Mr. Tampa? Katie's talking about blobs. R.E. Riggs doesn't like severe, but likes the rain. Kay, you missed a lot. Tabletop Greek, Sunday, yes. I would think you need to keep an eye on this thing later Sunday night into Monday morning. Maybe overnight Sunday night. El Garage, I've heard people talking about this El Nino pattern switch. It's kind of the subtropical jet. But we have this hail season every year. Josh, we love you, man. That's what we ought to get the weather thing first, Hurricane Felix, very, 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 very low chance this thing becomes tropical. There's just not enough time, and it's a lot of wind shear. You want a very low chances of tornado chances today, but you never say never. We got there is a 2% risk. So they always mention brief spin up. You get some rising thunderstorms. We saw it yesterday too. So these isolated supercells that get going, very common out west. Let's rewind it here. Let's just show you this one here. Let me zoom in on this one. So this is like Midwest kind of stuff here that happens. And by the way, the timestamp on this is probably about 3? No, this is actually 6 o'clock. Wow. See, things today look like they get started later. I don't know. I keep an eye on that radar. But so what I saw yesterday was classic what happens. So you get a round supercell and you get a lot of heat on all four corners of it. And that heat these cells use to grow. And basically, hotter it is, the stronger the storm usually. So these little isolated supercells get going, and they're like individual storms, and they have enough heat around them to keep building upward. And then what happens is once these all kind of merge together, they start losing some of that fuel. And we saw that chasing that storm yesterday in Lakeland. It just cools itself down, and the energy source is now gone. And so it's these isolated cells. And if you watch Reed and these guys in the Midwest, they're looking for these little supercells out ahead of the main frontal line usually. These are the ones that pop the big tornadoes and storms because they're pulling in all that heat, dry air. They're not being cooled down. So these little isolated supercells are what you watch for strong storms. So, they're confident. We'll see. Anyway, Trinidad's been raining cats and dogs, Emily. Dan, the Rays had no energy last night. What are you talking about? No energy. We got shut out. Hey, I got an email on my hurt. So we were at Oldsmar yesterday, and we're getting ready for our big Hurricane Expo. And they got me a room set up. We got TV set up. We got a lot of great vendors coming from around the area. So if you live in Pinellas County, Pasco, Hillsborough, definitely stop by May 6th. It's free. Furman's giving away a generator. It's awesome. So it's Saturday, May the 6th. And you get to hear me talk. Like you really want to hear me talk. Let's see some questions. Let's see. No, tornado doesn't need any time. Tornadoes happen super duper quick. Hurricanes are larger versions of tornadoes, basically, and it takes a long time for pressure to drop. That's why you hear rapid intensification, 24 millibars in 24 hours. It's kind of rare. Tornadoes are quick little shear. Usually, shear is a big component of tornadoes, especially out west with the jet stream. We don't get a lot of strong tornadoes in the south because usually you need the jet stream to help fuel the upper level winds to cause uprising storms, but they can happen. Shirley, you've missed us. We've been here every day almost. Panama this weekend, Savannah. Oh, yeah. Panama. Oh, God. Doesn't look good. Sorry. Let's see what the official weather service says on Panama City Beach. My buddy Mark up there. Heading up there to see Morgan Wallen. Hope his voice is better by then. Oh, Saturday 60, Saturday night 70, Sunday 50. I mean, morning might be the best time. We got an incoming line of storms. So, today's Wednesday. I mean, a lot can change, but... Savannah, you're going to be on a boat. Oh, listen, I don't know about that. No. Maybe Saturday morning. Man, I don't know if I would take a chance or not. Let's take a look. I forget Panama. I'm thinking here, but we got... Man, I don't know about that. I don't like windy days on the boat. The morning probably going to be your best. Yeah, you might be all right. Yeah, Sunday, no way. No. You might be all right Saturday. It's brewing to your west. I think Saturday might be all right for you. And we got isolated storms Saturday. This is Saturday afternoon. The big thing's coming Sunday. Definitely not Sunday. No. I'd still be a little worried about Saturday afternoon. This is GFS 5 o'clock Saturday. So I don't know. Saturday morning, if I had to go, I'd go Saturday morning. Anyway, all right. You're welcome, Miss Mary Hernandez. Josh, yep, be weather aware. Well, Savannah, just keep an eye on your radar. Radar's your best friend. Good morning, Miss Shelley. Shelley and Julie were talking about Cat 5 t-shirts today. Surely you won't not get notifications, but I can tell you what. Everywhere you go, I post what time we're live. The top of Facebook says this. I don't think people read headers. I don't know. Look, nobody reads. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, weekdays until May 12th. May 15th, we're live daily. But it's always been 9:19 a.m. for the last 6 years. Friday doesn't look like we're going to be live, though. Here's the deal. I told everybody Monday. So our good buddy Brandon Clement, he's weather chasing, WX chasing, big famous weather videographer, news reporter for all the big stations. He did a movie on Hurricane Ian along with some others, and it's debuting at the St. Pete Film Fest Friday at 9:30 a.m. here in St. Petersburg, Florida. So if you're into that, man, it's a debut. There's going to be some weather people there, some guy named Mike, but mainly Brandon, of course, and his crew that put the movie together. Some footage from Hurricane Ian. It's debuting at the St. Pete Film Fest this Friday, so I can't give up a chance to meet him because we've collabed in the past with videos, and he's a good ally to have. I consider him and Reed and Jim Cantori, some of the biggest dogs in the world. Very fortunate that know who we are and support what we do, especially, Matt with Weather Nerds and a number one guy, Levi. I've been there forever supporting us with my page. So, there's a very small circle of weather people, and I'm pretty excited to meet Brandon for the first time Friday and see his movie. So, but I'll probably do a YouTube video. Friday, Shelly took the day off. So yeah, if you do become a subscriber to our page, we have a Google Calendar, I think, right, Shelly? Shelly set it up, and it'll notify you, right? Google Calendars are awesome. You'll get a notification on your phones. You can set it 30 minutes. Julie runs mine, thank goodness, because I have stuff all the time anymore. And we also send out text alerts, letting people know when we're live on different times. And, of course, our Brew crew, Shelly maintains that. So, Robert's over there on YouTube asking if he's flying out of MCO on Monday. I think most will be gone by then. You should be okay. Jonathan and I should come to Charleston. Well, I'll leave that to my good buddy Ed Petrowski up there. I never met him, but he's also a big follower of our page. So we'll leave that to Ed and Shay Gibson. So I need to go. Shelly's telling me I should go to our calendar to find out when I'm supposed to be up. I'm doing an interview with Spirit 91.5 tomorrow. I'm driving over there, doing a nice little interview with them. Florida Trend magazine got our photo shoot done. That turned out really good. Hurricane season, Deanna, no. Season begins June the 1st. But this graphic here, this little guy, this will be updated May 15th. This guy right here. This thing comes out every day. 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock. 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock. So, that'll be May 15th. And a new thing this year, it's not 5 days anymore. It's 7 days. Look at that massive cursive skills. So that's new. 7 days. They're going to have 7 days. That's when they whip out the old crayons. Crayons. Woo. Crayola. The yellow, the orange, and the red. So they'll be looking out 7 days. So that's less than what, 2 weeks now. That'll be updating, and then the season officially starts June the 1st. Water temperatures are way above normal. Doesn't mean anything except does mean something. It means we can get storms a little more fuel. You know, what happened at Fort Lauderdale was a weird anomaly, but man, that Gulf Stream, we had warm Gulf or Atlantic water just sat right there in the perfect spot. And we had this lingering frontal line that was like right there, fueling off of that Gulf Stream. And then we had this big upper low, remember? And it was pushing all this moisture in, and it just stopped. Remember that? We were voided here. There was no rain, and it was all here. And it didn't take, you know, does not take a named system, or it doesn't take a hurricane to cause disaster, right? Sometimes the weakest storms in the just a Category 1, just a tropical storm, sometimes are bigger headaches than ever because of the water and flooding. That is flooding. The wind, you know, hide from the wind, run from the water. Not saying the wind can't hurt you, but the water. Look at this funny looking guy. What is this all about? What? Oh my God! Look, it looks like Hunter. Hey, Mickey Smith. God, I'd love to go to Orlando at Storm Chase, but Emily's got a big softball district game tonight, so no. Sunday looks interesting though. Sunday here, Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. For me locally, I definitely can see myself heading out Sunday night. So we're going to keep a close eye on this. This is Sunday 9 p.m. We'll see what this has. I mean, this is Sunday 4 p.m. It could be, you know, not sure if we'll have any hail chances then or not. But we can see this is Sunday 12 p.m. So another, you know, dipping low pressure area. The Storm Prediction Center is talking about it. I got some great goodies today by Furman, by the way. We're giving away at the Hurricane Expo for Oldsmar, but they have some generator safety tips, which is so important. Carbon monoxide, terrible. Big, not talked about enough. So we have some great pamphlets we're going to be handing out about generator safety at the expo. So what we're going to look at here, just, you know, they're talking about Sunday, late Sunday into Monday, we could see Eastern Gulf affect the Florida Peninsula. Predicted to be low. But hey, Austin, if I'm live, buddy, if you're listening. Hey, Michael S., we got a new Cat 5. That's awesome. Thank you, buddy. Hey, friends. What's up, Tom? Kathy, appreciate it. Any significant weather? You got it. I'm really curious about the storm hail, though, because we didn't really have this hatched area yesterday. Now we do. Not saying it'd be funny if it was a busted forecast. I mean, you kind of hope it is, but they're really confident we're going to see some major hail with these supercells. So we're playing St. Pete. My only chance of storm chasing would be some little storm that popped up here and I could get back in time to watch the game. But I got to weigh it out. Storm chasing, Emily softball. I'm afraid softball's a little more important right now. So we'll see. All right, what else? We're going to do questions and answers now if there's any. Kyle Dewey. Is it Kyle? How do you say your name? What do stars do? Well, they buy beer. Anyway, so a lot of weather coming up. I'm going to do a breakdown here a little bit, I think, talk about it, because we have multiple rounds of storms coming the next few days here, and you can pretty much get a sense of that just clicking on the Storm Prediction Center. This is tomorrow. Storms cross the upper Gulf. And it's going to return. This setup's going to... This is Friday. This system's going to end up here on Saturday and then here on Sunday. So this area here for later Saturday into Sunday, basically. This is Friday. So, you know, late Saturday, Sunday here, and then here on late Sunday, Monday. So that's system number 2. Well, today's 1. This is 3 now. All right, anything else? Fill the gas tank. Hey, I did have... Gary, you're probably right. El Nino definitely brings us more unsettled weather to the southeast, mainly because of that subtropical jet. I have a few jet stream links here that we could pull up. Let's see. Here's an animation one. Uh-oh. Oh! The infamous all snap. That's not good. We need to close some windows. My Chrome, Shelly's over there laughing because she wants me to get a new computer. And I'm like, nope, we're going to make it another season. One more season. All right. Here's a... Oh! I thought we lost it again. Nope. There is current jet stream. So there's your main polar jet, basically. There's your subtropical jet. Definitely helping fuel the storms. Forecast. So, you know, we were looking at this. Oh, there you go. There's another good look at it. We were looking yesterday at this. A lot of shear over the Florida right now coming in. So we were looking at this cutoff low basically over the weekend. Oh my goodness, that's huge. I should not have thought what I just thought. I'm glad I didn't speak what I was thinking. All right. So we're looking at this possible cutoff low. There it is. Interesting. Sunday morning. Look at that. So there's your little cutoff 500 low here. Mid-level low. Breaks off. This is usually when we get storms, Saturday, Sunday. So here's, you know, Saturday cutoff low here across upper Gulf. You can see it right here really well. Sunday morning bringing in these storms. So it's basically its own little weather system that gets broken off here. And it's fascinating to see it happen. Brings in the storms. See that little guy? It's great. You don't see that very often. A little cutoff low. Look at that. There it is. So that's going to bring the storms. Sunday and this is, you know, the weekend basically. Definitely Sunday out ahead of it. Wow. Pretty wild, isn't it? And then that's going to race itself up the East Coast. Potentially bringing storms late Sunday night into Monday morning. So let's look at the East Coast one more time in case everybody missed it. But here is Sunday night, 5 p.m. So as we get into overnight hours Sunday night, there's our low pressure 998. So there's your storm chances overnight into Monday morning. And the timing is still questionable. Here's Monday morning, 5 a.m. So, man, I mean, if the Euro, the GFS is faster. This is the Euro. Same thinking, though, with the GFS. It's because it's going to be a little faster, more Sunday night. So, a few hour difference in their thinking, but this is Sunday 9 p.m. and the Euro is Monday 5 a.m. So, a few hour difference. Sometimes they kind of meet in the middle. So Sunday night into Monday morning, definitely along the East Coast, man, we're going to see some storms. 995 pressure, that's a lot of wind. Wind gusts are going to be whipping off the coast here. Some of these could actually end up along the coast here, south of Wilmington, 53 mile an hour. Myrtle Beach, 51 miles an hour. Luckily, these won't really be incoming as much. A little bit maybe before the storm. So definitely going to be windy Sunday into Monday across the East Coast. No doubt about it. Here's what I'm curious about late Sunday night for me. We'll see if the Euro, who's right, who's wrong. Every forecast run is going to be a little different. But the bottom line is we're going to see some big winds coming in off of the Gulf of Mexico. GFS is a little earlier, showing purples, which is not working, but purples are 40 to 50 miles an hour winds. So yeah, want to know the tides? Go over here on the very bottom left here. There's a button called Tide Chart. I love this website, Tides Chart. You can type in your area and Palm Harbor, and look at that. You get your daily tide. So high tide Sunday night, 9 o'clock. Palm Harbor. That would be when we get a lot of those winds. Anyway. Hey, rain totals. Good question, Mr. Ryan Anderson. Didn't really think about rain totals. Well, the rainy season's back. Let's look at the southeast. I know it was Dennis posted yesterday too. It was really going all in with the rain totals. Hey, I'm not coughing as much now. I just thought about it, and I got to get a cough drop. But here's rainfall through Monday morning. Anything red is 4 inches. So other than south West Florida, we could see some pretty heavy rain. So we know the upper Gulf's going to get a lot of rain. They have multiple systems coming in. The big question mark is this: Mother Nature evens herself out, right? I say that every year. Look at this. Look at the drop meter. Watch this. Mother Nature knows. This is crazy. All right. Look at this. See this blob of red? Extreme drought D3. Almost the worst it can get right here, right? Look at the Euro. It's almost that exact same area of getting rain. Look. So, hey, welcoming rain. This would be through the weekend. 5-6 inches of rain, 4 across Pinellas County parts, We'll see if the Euro's right. It actually showed that yesterday too. Look at that, 7 inches. Holy cow! That's a lot of rain. Right there, look at Pasco Pinellas line, 8 inches, right? Go back to the drought meter. Look, right here. So, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that's a lot of rain. Holy cow. That's 8 inches of rain, man, right smack dab over my house. Wow. Let's see here. We get rain accumulation. Let's zoom into my house. Oh, you know what? I don't think it'll do it this close. Maybe? I never zoomed in this close. Holy cow, I can really zoom in. Why isn't the rain thing working? Bummer, man. Oh, there we go. Next 10 days. That's GFS. Well, that ain't right. Oh, 3 inches. So, that's pretty neat. Telling me 3 inches of rain over my house in the next 10 days. Well, actually, it should be 5 days. 3 inches. But, of course, this is all based on the latest one. It's pretty neat. You can slide this little bar around. It'll tell you kind of what the Euro's thinking. GFS, a little less. Still an inch, though. I mean, confidence is high. Through the weekend, going to get some rain. I mean, even GFS is 1.5 inches. Euro's showing 2.5. So, high confidence. WPC maps, that's your kind of your official National Weather Service source. They kind of blend everything together in a sense. I think we can go out that far now. Southeast, rain. We can go out 72 hours. It only goes out to Saturday morning. Here's that big blob. We could do a blend of models. And take a look at that. southeast. Well, let's look at, wow, look at that. There's your blended models. Holy cow. There's a upper, look at that. So let's zoom in a little more to Florida here. So upper Gulf, look at this. So the blended models through the weekend. This is through Sunday night. Showing 5 inches across a big part of the panhandle. And it's only showing like 1 to 2 inches across our area. But look at that southwest. They're definitely in denial for everybody. But we'll see. The Euro seems a little more hyperactive on totals than on a lot of other things other than tropics. But that could be a lot of rain there for the upper Gulf Coast, man. 3 inches across Mobile and parts of Louisiana, Mississippi there. This is rainfall through the weekend. 2 inches across almost all Carolinas. So it's definitely going to be wet. And then you can look at daily rains here. If we go to the QPF page on my site here, this is a daily, you can click on daily rains. Here's rainfall today. Rainfall tomorrow. That's the storms coming tomorrow. That's tomorrow's rains. Friday, there's our front line moving on to the East Coast and a little bit into Florida there. And then on Saturday, there's our next blob coming Saturday. And then Sunday. And then Monday. Now look, high pressure builds in. And we have a long pattern here of high pressure setting in over top. Oh, this map sometimes. Oh, you know what? I think it's a 12Z. I haven't figured that out now. It's not. The map doesn't. It's not that the map doesn't work. It's because it doesn't pull up the 12Z sometimes. But we go out 7 days. Look at this. Let's change the background. How do we change the background? Let's see. NASA terrain, Earth. Well, anyway, look at that. Big old H. This is next Monday, Tuesday. Big old high pressure area. And that's going to hang around for several days. So if you're tired of the rain, it's going to be back to no rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. High pressure locked in. And here is all the way to next Wednesday. So got Tuesday high, Wednesday high. So we're not going to go past that. So anyway, Mary Carol Chapman. You thinking about the cruise yet? Hey guys, Jeff, what's up, Jeff? Talking about my links, yeah. I could play an April Fool's joke and change every link one day. We had a lot of power outages yesterday in Lake County with a hailstorm. All right, so we're just going to sit back and chit chat now. I like to go an hour. That's my number. That's my sleep number. We'll leave the cruise information up. 3rd annual cruise coming up. I will not mess with links, Shelly. But we love to see you on our cruise coming up. I didn't know what to expect the first year. Second year last year was so much fun. Third year is going to be even funner. We perfect this thing. We have Miss Kim Shipley helping us from the cruise agency. She's been phenomenal. So it's the most splendid time of the year. This year we're going Saturday to Friday, and it's during spring break. So going to be fun. All right. Anything else we talk about? So a lot of weather. Don't change the links. Tom says nope. I won't do that. Heck, if you notice with me, I kind of know exactly where to go. I don't know where they're at, but I know from history. Like I just zoom. It's right here. Oh, Mickey Smith's getting married. It could be a great honeymoon. Oh, 309. Well, congratulations. Oh, you're getting married. You can get married. We'll wait for you. We'll hold the boat. We'll hold the boat. Kerry, we don't want to talk about the Rays. They didn't hit the ball really good yesterday. It all started out with Diaz getting that first pitch strike called, and it kind of went downhill from there. Tom got a pit flop. That's cool. See you later, Mr. James Fort. Catherine Ann, yeah, Yeah, keep the convertible in the car. Miss Lori Rye, good morning. Haven't talked about Bermuda. I feel bad, but I don't think you have much going on out there. What a Kathy. I don't know, man. You're a stronger person than me if you're beer 30 already. Yep, Eric. You're a little aggressive, but you know it's also showing a lot of repeat storms incoming. So HRR doesn't go out that far yet. It only goes out 2 days. I really like these short-term mesoscale models when we get these kind of homegrown little systems that brew. We can go out 48 hours at least, kind of get a sense of what's cooking. There's these storms. You know, we could get some this 6 o'clock. I'm telling you, it's just right there. Boom. This is 6, 7 o'clock tonight, man. I mean, that is classic storms popping here in the middle part of the state today, 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, though, there's our system coming in. Here we go. Lake Charles. This is overnight tonight. Sup? Storm threat tomorrow. Yellow. Louisiana to the Florida Panhandle tomorrow, Thursday. Here it comes. This is 2 a.m. tonight. And then by tomorrow morning, hefty little line of storms starting to develop tomorrow morning. And then boom, tomorrow afternoon. Look at that. Tomorrow morning. This is about 10 in the morning tomorrow, Thursday. And then boom. Look at that. More thunderstorms across Florida tomorrow. 3, 4 o'clock. Big old line of storms tomorrow out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Look at that. Man. Holy cow. We can see squall line tomorrow. This is tomorrow afternoon. I didn't even look at it. We have too much weather to talk about. Holy cow. This is tomorrow night. This could be overnight. This could be this could be real. This is tomorrow. 10 o'clock p.m. Incoming squall line. Could it be? Let's check out the blob forecast. Wow. I mean, I know we've been talking about it, but that's incredible. Oh, there you go. It's tomorrow. Thursday. Blob. Gulf blob. This one might make it to Florida. And then here comes the next blob. This is Saturday into Sunday. Very curious about this tomorrow night. This is going to be very interesting. We could see a lot of action tomorrow. Look at that. This is tomorrow about, I don't know, 10 o'clock p.m. Storm. Look at this. 5 o'clock storms here across the South, Georgia. Man. And then we got another one coming. Man, this has got multiple rounds of storms this coming. This is tomorrow, and then we got the one over the weekend too. So lots of weather to watch. Mickey's getting married in Ocala. Hey, Alexa's asking about Africa. No, I don't think we're in that time of year yet. There's really nothing out there. We're going to have a lot of Saharan dust this time of year. The good thing for you so far is if we do get an El Nino year, you might get a lot of wind shear, hopefully. And, help knock off these systems before they get to you. That's kind of the forecast for El Nino. But nothing right now. But with the waters being warm, I'm telling you, you get these little surprise systems pop up. So now that we're going to have a high pressure, let's see what lingers. Well, I mean, this is next Tuesday. I mean, this is kind of how early season tropics start. You know, you get a high pressure to the north, meaning stable upper level winds. And then you get an old frontal line that we're going to see down here next Tuesday, Wednesday. Sometimes they leave behind a little energy, you know, sometimes. That's kind of how the early season systems start. They're usually weak. Not unheard of to get anything in May. It's very common. More common than not. But almost always they start from an old frontal line. And this is where, you know, we get this stable period of no jet stream action. And these little lows have a chance to kick off. So, you know, we'll see. Nothing. I'm going to start looking at let's look at long range stuff here and see what we got. See if there's anything popping into long range model maps, you know. I haven't seen anything, but just kind of looking long range here. No, not even one ensemble. So I don't know. Doesn't mean it can't happen. It's just nothing right now really showing up. So a little early. Here's that low though coming this weekend. Look at that. All the signal. That's just low pressure area, but still kind of neat to see. That low's dipping through Texas over the weekend, causing a lot of weather down here. More of a mid-level low. The difference was a couple weeks ago, that the other one we had hung out in the Gulf. It had time to try to get going. This one is not. It's just kind of swinging through, doing a little tour of the state. Tornadoes Sunday night, Eastern North Carolina. Well, there's always, I mean, not a high chance, but you know, you can always get, like we do in Florida, you know, some sneaky, you know, systems off of the here's Sunday night at 2 a.m. So I mean, never say never, but typically so I don't know. I mean, yeah, definitely going to be a chance. You got to say there's going to be a chance. You got a lowering pressure system, 995. It'd be irresponsible to say to not watch overnight Sunday into Monday. Could be a little more Sunday night if, you know, the timing's right, but so yeah, just keep the eye on the SPC. They're talking about it. They're definitely talking about it for you know, day 4, 5, 6 outlook page here. Low chance, but definitely a chance. Don't lose your britches. All right, cool. Tom said the NWS showing that blob for Friday already. Yes. How about that? So, yeah, I'm curious. We're going to see storms the next several days, man. Incredible. We'll see what happens. All right, well, I'll be posting, obviously, all day today. We'll be keeping track of the radar and any updates the SPC does for Florida. Of course, big tornado threat out in Texas. I don't think we have anybody really watching this out there. I only talk about it in the spring because there's nothing else to talk about. But there is a hatched area out there in Texas today. So EF2 plus greater. I'm sure our buddy Reed will be out there storm chasing that. And they also have a hatched area for hail. But again, the big story is the rarity of that in Florida is rare. So, all right. So don't forget, you can find us streaming live. We got our YouTube channel. You can go back and watch the videos. Big thanks to our friends at All Dry, professional restoration cleanup experts. I streamed. So Shelly, it did stream the YouTube. I wasn't showing on my mobile yesterday, but there it is. and you can go back and look. And I also, Storm Chase, the video, it's on Facebook and YouTube. You go back and watch the YouTube replay. And then also make sure you check out the hurricane season outlook that I did. I thought was really, good for me because I don't do a lot of recorded stuff. So I do have a 2023 hurricane season outlook video, and I'm probably going to do one today about the potential weather coming the next several days. So watch for that. All right. Have a great day. And like I said, probably not live, 100% not live Friday. So there you go. Maybe Saturday. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye.